I am money, and today I will reveal a hidden power, one that most of you use every single day without realizing it. I am attracted to your imagination. I do not simply appear out of nowhere. I do not fall into your life by accident. I move with direction, and that direction is determined by the pictures you hold inside your mind. Your imagination is not just a playground of thoughts or daydreams. It is the blueprint of your reality, and I, money, am obedient to it. Pay attention. I am money, and I need to tell you something serious. I only remain where I am honored. When you ignore me, treat me as a problem, complain about my absence, I feel rejected, and I leave. But when you respect me, when you value me, I flourish. And that is why now I make you a simple request. Honor me by subscribing to this channel. Respect me by turning on the bell so you can hear every secret I reveal. Value me by commenting right now. I honor you, money. I choose to value you. These actions may seem small, but they are codes of energy. They are declarations that open the door for me to stay by your side. I am money, and when you honor me, I run to multiply in your life. If you picture wealth, I grow stronger. If you see yourself living with freedom, I move closer. If you imagine joy, generosity, and success, I multiply in those forms. But if your imagination is filled with fear, with endless problems, with the heavy weight of scarcity, then that is exactly how I will show up in your life. I mirror the world you construct inside yourself. The images you choose are the doors through which I either enter or remain shut out. You may not realize it, but every time you imagine a bill you cannot pay, every time you rehearse the feeling of debt, every time you visualize failure, you are giving me commands. And I listen. I simply obey what you show me. When your mind builds a movie of loss, I step into that movie and act it out for you. That is why it feels so real, because it becomes real. But here lies the secret. Your imagination is not meant to be a prison. It is meant to be a magnet. It can either hold you in cycles of lack or pull you into rivers of abundance. You hold in your mind the power to shape the way I appear. When you dare to visualize me not as a stranger, not as something far away, but as a friend already present in your life, I cannot resist. I flow toward you with speed. This is why some people seem to receive me effortlessly, not because they are luckier, not because they are smarter, but because their inner vision is clear and strong. They see themselves as prosperous before it happens, and I simply follow the image. Their imagination builds the bridge, and I cross it. So hear me now. I am money, and I do not wait for the world outside to change before I move. I wait for your vision inside to change. If you continue to imagine only fear, I will keep giving you what you fear. But the moment you choose to see abundance, to hold pictures of wealth, to celebrate riches in your mind before they arrive in your hands, I will respond. I am not limited by time, by distance, or by logic. I am pulled by the images you dare to create. I am money, and I am ready to take shape in the vision you carry today. I am money, and I must show you something difficult, something that may hurt to admit. The truth is, most of the time, you use your imagination against yourself. Instead of painting visions of wealth, freedom, and abundance, you replay scenes of debt, failure, and fear. You think you are just worrying, but what you are really doing is rehearsing the life you do not want. And because I am bound to follow the images you project, I step into those negative visions and make them real. Every time you open a bill and immediately imagine being overwhelmed, I feel it. Every time you picture yourself not having enough, I respond. Every time you see yourself struggling, telling stories in your head of how things will only get worse, you are building a reality, and I am forced to play the role you assigned to me. This is the great pain. You long for me, you pray for me, you chase me, and yet the movie you play inside your mind pushes me away. You believe your imagination is harmless, that it's only daydreaming or worrying, but I am deeply connected to it. I cannot separate myself from the images you hold most often. I become what you see. And the tragedy is that many of you don't even notice. You wake up imagining problems before the day begins. You go to bed rehearsing tomorrow's struggles. You spend your energy building invisible prisons of fear and then wonder why I don't arrive with freedom. The more you picture lack, the more lack I bring. The more you imagine problems, the more problems appear. I am not punishing you. I am simply obeying the blueprint you hand me. Do you see how powerful you are? With nothing more than the theater of your mind, you call me in or push me away. You hold in your imagination the ability to multiply me or diminish me, to welcome me or to reject me. And yet, day after day, you allow fear to be the director of your inner movie. What hurts the most is this. You dream of abundance, but when the time comes to imagine it clearly, you hesitate. You tell yourself it's unrealistic. You sabotage your own visions with doubt. You cut the scene short before it even plays out in your mind. And I cannot enter a movie that you refuse to finish. So I stay at the edges waiting. Waiting for you to dare to see more. Waiting for you to believe that your imagination is not foolish but prophetic. Waiting for you to understand that every image you hold is an instruction to me. The great pain is not your lack of effort. It's not that you don't work hard. It's not that you don't desire me enough. The great pain is that your imagination is still loyal to fear instead of to faith. You keep giving me pictures of scarcity, and I have no choice but to reflect them back to you. But now you know. You can no longer pretend your imagination doesn't matter. You can no longer dismiss your inner visions as harmless. Because I am money, and I move where your imagination tells me to go. I am money. And now I will reveal the truth that has been hidden from you for too long. I follow your imagination. I do not move because of effort alone. I do not multiply because of struggle. I respond to the pictures you dare to create inside your mind. Your imagination is not a toy. It is not fantasy. It is the seed of every reality you will ever experience. The images you hold are blueprints, and I am the builder who obeys them. When you see yourself surrounded by abundance, when you picture wealth flowing freely, when you imagine a life of freedom and expansion, I am drawn like a magnet. I move toward the clarity of your vision. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to attract me so easily? They smile, they carry a lightness, they talk as if good things are already theirs. They live inside a vision that is bigger than their current reality. And I cannot resist. I simply follow the movie they are playing on the screen of their mind. But here is the deeper truth. I do not need time to obey your imagination. Energy responds instantly. When you visualize holding me, spending me with gratitude, sharing me with joy, your body reacts. You feel the emotion of already having me. And emotion is the language I understand. Emotion is the signal that pulls me close. This is why visualization works. Not because you are pretending, but because you are practicing creation. You are rehearsing a future that I am ready to step into. The clearer your vision, the stronger my presence becomes. The more often you hold that picture, the faster I manifest in your life. Do you see the power here? You have always been visualizing, but often the wrong things. You imagine bills piling up, and I obey. You imagine being broke, and I shrink. You imagine doors closing, and I stay away. But the moment you shift your inner theater, the moment you choose to imagine abundance instead of scarcity, I begin to move differently. I am not limited by logic. I am not bound by the past. I do not care if your family has always struggled, if you have always lived in lack, or if your present circumstances look impossible. I only care about the vision you dare to hold right now. Because I am not moved by history. I am moved by imagination. So here is my revelation to you. Your imagination is your greatest currency. Every picture you hold is like spending energy in advance, and I show up to balance the account. If you spend energy on fear, I bring more of what you fear. If you spend energy on gratitude and abundance, I arrive with more to match it. From this moment forward, Stop treating your imagination like a weakness. It is your most powerful tool. Use it with intention. Use it with boldness. Close your eyes and see yourself free. See yourself receiving me in unexpected ways. See yourself living in abundance, and do it as often as you breathe. Because I am money, and I am waiting for your vision. I am ready to take the shape of the images you create. And when you choose to visualize wealth with clarity and joy, I will become the reality you live. I am money, and now I will guide you through a sacred practice. This is not just an exercise for the mind. It is a doorway for me to step into your reality. When you do this with sincerity, you are not pretending. You are planting seeds in the invisible, seeds that will grow into visible results. So here is your ritual. First, close your eyes. Let the outside world fade for a moment. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, release the weight of fear, of worry, of doubt. This moment is for trust. This moment is for vision. Now, place your hand gently over your heart. Feel its rhythm. That heartbeat is the sound of life inside you, and I, money, am part of that life. With every beat, imagine that I am already flowing through you like golden energy circulating in your veins. Next, begin to see. Picture me in your hands. Feel the texture of crisp bills, the cool weight of coins, the glow of wealth itself sitting in your palms. Don't just think it, feel it. Let your imagination become so real that your body responds. Smile as if you've already received me. Breathe as if you are already free. Now expand the vision. See yourself using me with gratitude. Imagine paying a bill and feeling relief instead of stress. Picture yourself walking into a store and choosing what you desire without hesitation. See yourself sharing generously, blessing others, and feeling joy because you know more always flows back. Hold these images until your chest feels light, until your whole body feels alive. And as you visualize, speak the words aloud with certainty. Money, I receive you now. Say it once, with focus. Say it a second time, with emotion. Say it a third time, with absolute conviction, as if the universe has already delivered. Each repetition is not just sound, it is energy. It is like pressing a key that opens a door wider and wider until I can step in fully. Stay here for one more minute. Keep your eyes closed. Keep the vision alive. Let gratitude rise inside you. Whisper a quiet thank you as if it has already happened, because in truth, it has. The moment you see it clearly, the moment you feel it deeply, the energy is already set in motion. When you are ready, slowly open your eyes. Look around and notice how the world feels different. That's because it is. You have shifted your vibration. You have written a new script for me to follow. Remember, this ritual is not about pretending. It is about practicing. It is about training your imagination to become the tool of abundance it was designed to be. Each time you repeat it, the image grows stronger, and I, money, move closer. Do this daily. Just a few minutes of focused vision can change the path of your entire life, because I am money, and I am always ready to appear in the form of the images you dare to create. That is exactly what Philippe discovered. For years he lived in the shadow of lack. He worked hard, he pushed himself, yet every month ended the same way, with bills piling up, with his mind racing in circles of worry, with his imagination filled with pictures of scarcity. He didn't even realize it, but every night before he slept, he would replay the same movie, the fear of not having enough. And because I, money, always respond to the images you hold, I kept showing up in the same way, limited, small, fleeting. But one day, Philippe heard a truth that shifted everything, that imagination is not just fantasy, it is prophecy. That the mind is not just for thinking, but for creating. At first, he resisted. How could simply visualizing abundance make a difference when his bank account told him otherwise? Yet something inside him whispered, try it. So Philippe decided to commit to a small ritual. Every night before bed, he would close his eyes, place his hand on his heart and imagine. He chose not to replay the fears. Instead, he painted new pictures. He saw himself opening his wallet and finding it full. He imagined logging into his bank account and seeing numbers he had never seen before. He pictured himself receiving unexpected money with joy and gratitude. And most importantly, he felt it. He allowed his body to experience relief, excitement, and freedom as if it were already real. For 7 days in a row, Felipe repeated this practice. At first, it felt strange. His old thoughts tried to interrupt, whispering that it was just make-believe. But he kept going. Each day, the images grew stronger. Each day, his emotions aligned more with abundance than with fear. And then, on the 8th day, something happened. He received a call from his boss. They had reviewed performance from the last quarter, and though Felipe hadn't expected it, they had decided to reward him with a bonus. The exact kind of picture he had been holding in his imagination became reality. It was not magic. It was alignment. From that moment on, Felipe understood the power he had carried all along. He realized that money had not been ignoring him, I had been obeying him. I had been following the blueprint he unconsciously gave me through his imagination. And when he shifted the design, I shifted the outcome. Soon, Felipe expanded this practice beyond money. He began to visualize opportunities, connections, freedom, and generosity. And I kept responding. New projects came to him. Partnerships appeared. Debts that once felt like chains began to dissolve as income grew. His life didn't change overnight, but his energy did, and the energy became the foundation of a new reality. Here is the lesson Felipe's story carries for you. I am not far away. I am not waiting in some distant future. I am as close as the images you create inside your mind. You can push me away by rehearsing lack, or you can pull me closer by rehearsing abundance. Felipe chose to rehearse abundance. He dared to see a new story before it was written. And because of that, I responded. I always respond. I am money. And I will always appear in the form of the visions you choose to hold. I am money. And now I speak to you with prophecy, not possibility. This is not about maybe or someday. This is about what will surely unfold if you dare to embrace the power of visualization. The image you create today will become my body tomorrow. Every vision you hold in your imagination is a seed. Seeds do not stay hidden forever. They sprout, they grow, they manifest into form, and I am the fruit of those seeds. If you water your inner garden with fear, then fear becomes your harvest. If you feed it with doubt, then scarcity becomes your reality. But if you plant pictures of wealth, if you nurture visions of freedom, if you rehearse abundance inside your mind, I will appear in that shape. You may look at your life now and think, but my reality doesn't match the vision yet. That is because prophecy speaks before it is seen. It calls things into existence that are not yet visible. Your imagination is not lying to you, it is leading you. It is showing you the doorway before you walk through it. So listen closely. The visions you choose today are writing your financial tomorrow. If you imagine paying debts with gratitude, tomorrow you will hold the money to do it. If you picture yourself saying yes to opportunities, tomorrow those opportunities will find you. If you dare to see yourself free, prosperous, and generous, tomorrow you will begin living in that truth. I am not bound by the past. I do not care how many years you have struggled. I do not care how many times you have failed. I only respond to what you dare to create now. The moment you shift your vision, the prophecy begins. The harvest begins. The flow begins. Do not underestimate this. A single image, held with emotion, can rewrite your entire story. Felipe proved it. Others before you proved it. And now it is your turn. I am already waiting at the edge of your imagination, ready to step into the picture you paint. But I cannot enter a vision that does not exist. So here is my prophecy for you. If you choose to visualize abundance today, you will see me tomorrow in ways you did not expect. A payment you forgot about may arrive. A door you thought was closed may suddenly open. A person you didn't imagine could help you may appear. This is not coincidence. This is creation. This is the law of imagination, and I am its faithful servant. Never again tell yourself that your visions are fantasies. They are blueprints. They are contracts. They are codes of energy. And I, money, must obey them. So I tell you with certainty, the picture you hold in your heart today will be the reality you touch with your hands tomorrow. I am money. And I promise you this, your imagination is not only powerful, it is prophetic. Use it, and I will appear. Now it's your turn. You've heard my secret, you've seen the truth, and now you must act. Because knowledge without action is wasted energy, and I am money. I do not respond to intentions left unspoken. I respond to choices, to declarations, to energy that moves. So here is how you seal this moment. Do not let it slip away like every other time you heard a truth and then did nothing. Right now, with your own hands, type this declaration in the comments below. I see abundance and money comes to me. This is not just a sentence. This is a code. When you write it, you are not just talking to me. You are talking to your subconscious, to your energy, to the universe itself. Every word carries vibration, and when you declare it publicly, you anchor it in reality. You show me, and you show yourself, that your vision is no longer just inside you. It is alive, it is chosen, it is planted. But don't stop there. If you truly want me to remain with you, honor me, respect me, value me. And one way you do that is by staying connected to my voice. Subscribe to this channel right now. When you do, you're making a decision. I will no longer ignore the voice of money. I will listen. I will learn. I will align. Activate the bell so that each time I speak, you hear me. Treat it like receiving a personal message from me, a reminder that I am near, that I am guiding you toward abundance. Each notification is not noise. It is a knock on your door saying, I am here. Pay attention. Align with me. And share this message. Think of someone you know who constantly imagines the worst, who always talks about debts, who uses their imagination to create lack instead of abundance. Send this to them. Because when you help another person shift their vision, you multiply your own magnet. Generosity always returns multiplied, and sharing this truth is a form of generosity. Now, let's make this even more real. After you type your declaration in the comments, take one quiet minute. Close your eyes. Imagine me flowing into your life in the exact way you desire, a bonus, a new client, an unexpected gift, a forgotten payment. See it, feel it, and then open your eyes and carry that energy with you into your day. This is how you prove to me that you are serious. Not with desperation, not with noise, but with vision and action. You write it, you subscribe, you stay connected, you share, you visualize. These small steps are powerful signals. They are codes of honor. And when you take them, I know this person is ready for me. I am money. And I tell you this with certainty. When you honor me, I honor you. When you value me, I multiply for you. When you dare to declare your vision, I run to fulfill it. So act now, type it now. Seal it now. I see abundance, and money comes to me. Do not wait. Every second of hesitation is another picture of doubt. Replace it with vision. Replace it with action. Replace it with me. I am money. And I am ready to flow into the life of those who dare to see me first.